Okay, so now we're going to move into the Emory Reynolds Lifetime Achievement Awards. If I could get Pam Monsees and Director Pete Bengus up here with me. I am going to start with the first achievement award, and then I will hand it off to them for the next ones. This one is a great honor of mine to present. I have a professional and now a personal connection with this individual that will probably keep us in touch and friends forever. So with that, it is my honor to present Tom Hughes with the Lifetime Achievement Award in recognition of his unwavering dedication and invaluable contributions to supporting RTD, the CCNC, and public safety critical communication needs. Tom has decades-long worth of service with the CCNC Board of Directors, and his leadership on the executive board have left a lasting impact on the industry, ensuring that continued advancement of critical communication networks and reliability of public safety communications. Tom's commitment to excellence and innovation in critical communications has been evident throughout his distinguished career. His strategic vision and steadfast leadership have played a pivotal role in shaping policy, driving technological advancements, and fostering collaboration among key stakeholders. Through his tireless efforts, Tom has been instrumental in ensuring that RTD and public safety agencies have access to a robust, secure, and efficient communication system. As a long-standing member of the CCNC Board of Directors, Tom has provided guidance, mentorship, and advocacy, consistently championing initiatives that enhance interoperability, reliability, and overall effectiveness of communication networks. His service as an executive board member has further demonstrated his ability to navigate complex challenges and deliver solutions that benefit not only RTD, but the entire communications ecosystem. Beyond his technical and strategic contributions, Tom's dedication to mentorship and knowledge sharing has inspired countless professionals within the industry. His collaborative spirit and passion of public service has fostered a culture of innovation and continuous improvement, ensuring that future generation of communication and professionals are well equipped to meet the evolving demands of this field. Tom Hughes' extraordinary career, marked by the deep commitment to public safety and critical communications, makes him an exemplary candidate for the Lifetime Achievement Award. His legacy and leadership, service, and innovation will continue to shape the industry for years to come. We wholeheartedly endorse his nomination, and we celebrate his remarkable contributions to RTD, CCNC, and the board public safety communications community. Tom, you want to come up?
So much. My gosh, Ryan, who wrote that? I mean, oh my God. Very nice, very nice. And thank you so much. I've been so blessed in my career to be on the front edge of a lot of things that developed as we went from coax into fiber, and as we enhanced microwave systems everywhere, as we got more technology involved in everything that we do and that we touch. We went from analog to digital. We did so many things, particularly, gosh, just in the last 10 years, 15 years, in working with RTD, I saw dramatic changes come in all the communication there, not only within the agencies, but interoperability between the agencies. It's been a fantastic career. It's been a ton of fun. It's people like Ryan that we've worked together so long, and then the people from CCNC, from PSCS, from all the different organizations and all of the different committees that we've been on. Probably the most fun thing in my career has been taking blue-collar technicians, as I was, and moving into leadership roles, moving into technology roles, and just watching so many people around us all develop and grow in their careers, in their knowledge, and in everything they're doing. And it is so rewarding. I'm so grateful and so blessed to have been a part of this through the whole thing. And I thank everybody here for this. This is just, gosh, more than I could have dreamed of. So thank you very much.
So having been one of Tom's direct reports for 12 years, I can vouch for everything and a lot more than what was on this piece of paper. An individual that empowers his employees and always looks for the bright, even when things are dark and ugly. We need leadership like that, and we could all just learn from Tom. So one more applause. All right, so now I'm going to leave this over to Pam Monsees and Pete Bengus for the next award.
I do, because I need... Yes, he's got that one. Good morning, everyone. We're going to kind of tag team on this a little bit. So Dick Schmidt, who has been with the state since forever, was nominated for this award. And I'm going to read what was submitted as his nomination. Dick Schmidt is as worthy of a Lifetime Achievement Award as anyone has ever been. My sources advise me that he has been working on radios and the radio systems for the state of Colorado since 1969. Much of the information gathered here and the timeline was provided by Randy Mitchell, one of our long-term engineering staff that has since moved to a new career position. So Randy writes, before Jerry and I worked with Dick, he worked extensively on telephone systems and copper telephone lines. He essentially developed and came up with the padding jumpers or clips that are used to adjust the voltage on the lines so that the channel cards and phones work together in the system. He worked on the two-way radios at the remote sites that supported CSP, CDOT, and many other departments of the state. He also worked on the statewide microwave system. In 1980, Jerry started working at CBI as a computer operator that used a statewide network that utilized telecoms, phone, data, microwave systems. Dick was her first point of contact whenever an issue would arise concerning the network. He was a Spec 4 lead at the Denver Transmitter Building. She continued to work with him during her time at CBI until she transferred to telecom in 1988. In 1985, Randy started his position at telecom as a lowly maintenance mechanic working with Andy Hartsaw and Dick. Dick was a Spec 4 at DTB. He was supervising two other techs and had his hands full dealing with them and everything else. He was responsible for the circuit diagrams and keeping them updated as part of his duties. Don Warren was the Spec 4 supervising the Denver radio shop with Balta Moreno and Rodney Updike. Dick eventually promoted to the front office as an electronic engineer and kept doing the circuit diagrams and updates. He also took on all the FCC licensing and record keeping for all the radio and microwave frequencies. The circuit information and the licensing were a crucial part of the operations of telecom. Dick also took on new site development and engineering and expanded the microwave network to fill in areas of the state that needed radio coverage. He was instrumental in the multiple radio and microwave upgrades that occurred during this time with the telecommunications. RCA tube type to Rockwell analog to Alcatel to Aviat digital microwave systems. Old RCA tube to GE Motorola solid state to the Motorola digital trunked radio system. He eventually retired, but never quit working, and he still does the circuit diagrams and updates. To this day, Dick works part-time maintaining and upgrading system diagrams and circuit information. A lot of people reached out to say that they have great admiration and respect for Dick and his legacy with the state of Colorado. This was submitted by Doug Newton in the monitoring team. So very well deserved. Dick couldn't be with us today, but we're going to make a presentation to him at his office as he works part-time. So we'll make a presentation to him there. So thank you.
Good morning. I'm Pete Bangus, Director of the Office of Public Safety Communications for the State of Colorado's Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Management. It is with a great honor and that I have the privilege to announce the recipient of the 2025 Emory Reynolds Lifetime Achievement Award. I had some level of difficulty tracing the history for this individual because records back then were recorded on paper, some even etched in stone. This year's recipient joined the state workforce on December 15th of 1997. As a very young and ambitious kid, even then he was leaping tall buildings in a single bound. We reached out to some of those that remember him in these very early days. Former DTRS manager Ray Nelson remembers when he and Stan Greenwood interviewed this person. Ray said he pulled up in his vehicle with at least 5 antennas mounted on the rooftop. Ray added that he immediately demonstrated interest and knowledge in our radio systems, and he took the ball and ran with it. Ray also remembers this individual established procedures and commented that he always had the respect of all the partners. Another longtime member of DTR engineering team, Randy Mitchell, said that the first day he drove up and parked on the street, they all looked out and saw his vehicle, and it had an antenna farm mounted on the roof. Randy said, all the guys looked at each other and in unison said, ham. When this year's recipient joined the state in 1997, the DTR system was only a vision. Douglas and Jefferson counties had installed an APCO 16 combined digital trunk radio system with near 3,000 users and 8 transmitter sites. Would like to take an opportunity to kind of to chronicle some of the landmarks and past achievements that this person has taken a part in. Starting in 1999, the state participated in a test pilot of the Metro Denver radio users using the Douglas Jefferson system. With successful pilot testing, a multi-year and multi-phase effort was launched based on the Douglas Jefferson County system. In 2001, the state purchased a 2-zone APCO 25 system. In 2002, the Denver zone was installed and existing users from the APCO 16 system converted to the APCO 25 system. Arapahoe, Adams, Weld, Northern Colorado radio systems integrated into DTRS. In 2003, Western Colorado users migrated to DTRS. In 2005, Zone 3 was added to the system. NWF IP Gateway was integrated for interoperability with Denver DIA, Aurora, Lakewood, and our Arvada EDAX radio systems. In 2007, Colorado was first to implement a combined 800 megahertz system in the nation. In 2008, Colorado marks the first to successfully complete a statewide 800 megahertz rebanding of all the sites and subscriber equipment. In 2009, the Pikes Peak Regional Communications Network integrated with the system as a 4th zone. In 2010, we saw the first successful test pilot of ISSI with the state of Wyoming's VHF WyoLink radio system. In 2014, he implemented a series of back-to-back statewide upgrades. Zone 6 was added in Pueblo. ISSI implementation between Motorola and Harris cores was integrated, replacing the NWF interface, and he begins the total system replacement of all the site transmitters to GTR series. In 2016, complete redesign and replacement of the antique DTRS backhaul microwave network begins. In 2021, Zone 5 is added in Montrose for system expansion. And during the last year, 2024, complete network replacement of all the legacy site routers with redundant Juniper routers and completes network migration from T1 circuits to Ethernet. This year's Emory Reynolds Lifetime Achievement recipient has been at the wheel, steering the wheel, and in the trenches for 20 plus, nearly 30 years. Actually 27 years, 4 months, 22 days for those counting. All the while carefully building partnerships, relationships, consulting, designing, coordinating, programming, installing, managing, troubleshooting, fixing, mentoring, teaching, learning, researching ways to improve the system. Always available at any hour to offer guidance and assistance to anyone who needs it, and even to those that don't even know they need his assistance. He has been instrumental and has facilitated and supported what started as an 8-site system and a vision to a system with 261 sites, providing near 95% mobile DTRS highway coverage across the state, and now hosting over 130,000 users. Thanks to state, local infrastructure partners, user agencies have interoperability on demand, state line to state line, and in some parts across state lines. He is widely recognized as an expert, known and very highly respected by state and local agencies, vendor communities, and in some parts across state lines, and similar systems across the nation. So it's with great honor that I present Ed Boyer, the 2025 Emory Reynolds Lifetime Achievement Award.
Not much for speeches, but thank you, everyone. I think I've worked with almost everyone here. Yeah.
Ed's parents and his wife are here. Now the shoes on the other foot.
Yeah.
You know,
I've got to add, yesterday I was in a little exercise yesterday afternoon, and we were talking, and you know, it kept on coming up, who are you going to call when there's an issue with the statewide DTRS? And the one name that was recurrent was Mr. Boyer here. I think, you know, over the years, we've come from, you know, a small 8-site system to 261 sites now. And over the last year, I would say that Ed has probably touched every piece of equipment, either virtually or hands-on, at each one of those sites, upgrading, updating, a multitude of times. And so, you know, when you think about that, that's extraordinary. That's a Herculean effort, being able to be in that type of a position and touch every piece of equipment on a system so substantial, and keep it up and live and operational. You know, I can't tell you how many times that folks reach out to us and reach out to Ed, and he can tell you the circuit number, the IP address I think that's a phenomenal photographic mind and memory. And I just can't understate his support of the system and everybody in this room to one degree or another. And again, I thank you.
Yeah, so you've taught me more than I ever wanted to know about this system. Ed's name comes up everywhere we go. What would you do if? Call Ed. What would you do when? Well, I'd call Ed. He is the heartbeat of the system, and we're pretty doggone proud of him. So, long overdue.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it. I know I've worked with most of you directly or indirectly. Some of you have had to beat over the head with T1 to Ethernet, but thank you for getting that done. 2.5-year project to get that done, but now we move on to the next generation of radios and we do it all again. Go from GTR 8000s to D-Series, and we go from MCC consoles to Axis consoles. 27.5 years, I think we start counting the other way. Getting closer. So I hope most of those projects are done before I leave for retirement at some point. Don't have a firm date yet, but still got time. Definitely like working on the system, helping everybody out where I can. And I've worked with most of you and continue to work with you guys. Appreciate it very much.
And just because that says Lifetime Achievement Award, that does not mean that it's the it goes on and on. It's like, this is not the end of that Lifetime Achievement.
Don't know that I'll pull a Dick Schmidt with 50 years of service, but we'll get there.
We'll take everything we can get.
Okay.
All right. Anything else you'd like to say?
Thank you.